Yeah, that's tricky, but it's not even our hardest stop that we have in figure skating. Hey skaters, it's Stacy from Next Edge Tutorials. In today's lesson, we're gonna be looking at the different stops we have in figure skating, ranked from the easiest to the hardest. So let's start with the very first stop, and it is our snow plow stop. So let's take a look at it. So we're gonna go skating, I'm balanced on 2 feet, bend, and I push the feet away from my body. Now, why do I think that this is the easiest one? Well, it's the first one that you're going to learn. You're balanced on 2 feet and you're on inside edges, which makes it a bit easier because you're falling in towards that edge. So whenever you're learning a snowplow stop, always arms in front, slight bend of your knees, and I want you to think about taking a very thin layer of ice off. Bending, pushing out, hold it there for a split second, then walk your feet back in. And then you can repeat it. So let's do 2 in a row. So we're gonna go arms up. We're gonna go skating forwards. We're gonna go bend and push away. Good, and turn back. Skating forwards, always arms out in front for balance, bending our knees and pressing out and holding. So this is the very first stop that you're gonna learn in figure skating, and then why I say it is one of our easiest stops. All right, the next stop that we're gonna be looking at is a T-stop. So let me show you what a T-stop looks like. It's where you are balanced on 1 foot, holding, the back foot comes in behind, you bend your knees and stand up and hold. So that back foot is going to come behind in a T position, holding here. And when that foot comes in, I want you to think about bending, putting pressure down into the ice so you can stop. So always arms out in front. We're gonna take a push. I'm gonna bring the back foot in on that outside edge. So I bend, push, hold, bring the back foot in, and you're gonna see me bend and then stand up. So you really wanna make sure that you get that sit position. If you come in with a locked leg, you're gonna go backwards right off. So always bending and pressing and holding. Let's do it one more time. We're gonna go 2 in a row this time. So we're gonna go arms up, push, I find my balance, bring my foot in, bend, and stand up. Push, bend, and stand up. So yes, this is relatively, it can be tricky, but it's one of the easier stops that we have. So make sure that foot comes in, you place it on the outside edge, right in that instep, bend, and then stand up. All right, the next stop that we're gonna be looking at is a hockey stop. So it's not super easy, but it's not super difficult. So hockey stop looks like this, where you glide forward, you bend, rise, bend, and stop. You will see hockey players use this all the time because it's a very easy stop, and then they can get moving fast. And plus, they don't need to be fancy with their arms or free legs. It's just nice, fast, and sharp. So whenever you do a hockey stop, you wanna make sure that your arms are always in front of your body. You do not want them behind your body at any point. Arms in front, we glide forward, we bend, we rise, turn the feet and sit. You wanna make sure that you get that bend, rise, bend. That way those feet can turn at that 90 degrees and stop. So let's do 2 more hockey stops. I'm gonna go this way so you can just see a different angle. So I push forward, bend, rise, stop. You can use those shoulders to check that position afterwards. Let's do 1 more. Now I'm gonna come right to you. So we're gonna go push. Here we have the bend, rise, bend, and stop. And you wanna make sure for a split second that you have that bending and hold it there before you get moving, because sometimes people go too fast and then they just fall over. Or they wind up stopping the feet and then they keep going, which again, I don't classify that as a true hockey stop because it needs to come to a stop. All right, the next stop that we're gonna be looking at is a tango stop, and I classify this one as hard because you are using that outside edge to stop, and it looks like this. Here, it comes on the outside edge, push and hold. Let's go back the other way. push, foot in front, hold. The reason why this one is hard is because you don't have a foot to catch yourself like we do the other stops. In a snowplow stop, you have both feet right there to help you. In the T-stop, you have this front foot that can catch you. In the hockey stop, you have this back foot. In that Tango stop, you have to make sure that you pull that foot from behind and out to hold yourself up. So that's why this one is very difficult, and especially if you're coming from a lot of speed and then you come to a stop, you have more chance of falling over. So this is why this one's really hard to do, but I know you can do it. So when we do that Tango stop, you want to make sure that you have balance. The foot comes in front, you press the outside edge, you bend, and then you rise. We tend to fall over when we stay up too tall and you have all that speed, you're just gonna fall over. So let's look at it one more time. We wanna feel that balance, press, bend, pull up and hold it there. Always make sure after you're done bending, stand up for a split second before you go on to the next move. Now, before we move on, I want you to click on the link below in the description for your free PDF guide on the competition checklist. You want to make sure that you have this checklist and you go through everything before going to competition, because I know I personally have forgotten things like hairspray, extra laces, Band-Aids, and I need them. So this is just something that you can just go through, tick off, make sure that you have everything. That way you are ready to go at competition. All right, the last stop that we're gonna be looking at that I consider extremely difficult is from a back outside edge, turning forwards and coming to a stop. So before we break it down a bit more, I'm gonna show you what it looks like first. So I'm gonna go from backwards skating, pushing back, and turning and coming to a stop. So it has that edge where the blade turns and then you come to a stop. So let's take a look at it one more time. I'm gonna get a little bit more speed, that way you can really see the look of it. And then let's talk about how we can do it. So you'll get some speed, you'll push back, and then you'll come to a stop and hold. You can use this stop for many things in programs. It looks gorgeous in ice shows. But how we do it is we have to make sure that we go from that pressure towards the ball of the foot, we release it, and then push and hold. So you want to start backwards, ball of the foot, and then push into the heel. So it's that change of weight working through the blade to turn. My shoulders are open, and then they close it off to help me come to a stop. So this is a very, very difficult stop, but it's something that you can do. You can learn all these stops in figure skating. So let's go one more time. We're gonna focus on the open, changing the weight in the blade, and also working our hips. So we go backwards. Now I'm gonna use those hips and the shoulders and stop and hold. So it's a cool little stop that you can do, but it is really difficult. So there you have it. Those are my stops and how I rank them from easiest to hardest. Thanks for watching Next Edge Tutorials, and happy skating.